what good things you can bring to the host country or bring to the home country once you migrate to a different country?
I'm a young entrepreneur, so I come to other countries because I see great opportunities there that I like. They have a greater market in the host country than in my country. I think I can create my own business better there, so I come there. So for the host countries, me being there help create jobs for the locals in the place. So I think it will boost the economy of the region, and it also like create more jobs. So less people will be jobless. And
so to the host country, we can see that she brings her resources over to the host country. So when you are a young entrepreneur and you want to invest the money somewhere, so when you move to a different country, you bring the money as well. And you bring the talents, you bring the knowledge, and you are going to pay tax there too. So it is a lot of contribution that you can make to the host country, given the fact that you might be a good entrepreneur, right? If you are not that good, maybe not that much contribution.
I am a student doctor, and as I migrate to the host countries, I want to learn more about the healthcare service of that countries. I think that when I move to that countries, I will work for some small clinic or small hospital to get the experiments, and then when I have the ability to work in the biggest places, I can speak and learn from the executive or the expert there.
I am a university professor with a husband and a 4-year-old child. When I arrive at the US, and I can teach social studies for American students, because I think many of them don't understand Vietnam and the Asia, so I can help them understand more about this region. I can also contribute to the US with my talents, partially because I'm a university professor with my degree and everything. When I work in the US, I can also send some remittances to my family back in Vietnam.
A lot for the students in Vietnam when we have great professors going to other countries. It's like a kind of brain drain because they will not have the opportunity to work with the best. Right? So it can be a big loss to Vietnam when you lose the talented people like that.
I'm an undergraduate student, so I'm quite an investment for the host country, because it would take at least 4 years for me to become an active labor force. I think that I will be a great benefit to my home country when I come back there, because I have learned a lot in the new countries, and I can bring them back to my home country. But there's a risk for my home country, the phenomenon known as brain drain, when I try to stay there and not going back to my home country. I think that I can benefit my country in that my skill levels will go up, and when I went back to work, it will be a lot better. And there's also tuition fees. If I don't get a scholarship, then I would be contributing a lot to the host country economies. I can contribute to the cultural diversity there, the student at the host country can learn from me, the Vietnamese culture.
Exactly, right? The ranking of a university also depends on how many international students it can attract. So that's why universities will send representatives to different countries and try to recruit the best students there. So if you are an excellent student while you are there, you also contribute with your talents. And then you can add to the reputation of the university.
I am a traumatized woman from a war zone. Before the wars happened, I was a skillful worker and have a lot of experience in my field. So when I come to my host country now, I can contribute a lot to the workforce and the labor market. I can share my experience. and maybe change the stereotypes about the host country too. Of course, I am traumatized, so I experienced a lot of conflicts and violence. I have understand the horrors of war, so I can raise awareness about the realities of war, or like the importance of peace building both in my host country and my home country. That's all.
Great point. That is a great point. Right? So when you have someone suffering from a traumatized experience, they may require resources to deal with their emotional or like mental conditions at that time. So they will be known to the world as a country that is willing to take in the victims of wars. Right? And that is very humane. They are doing a humanitarian cause there. So that can upgrade their status in the world in that sense. And not to say that they can become like a good public speaker to share and to make people be more aware of the reality and break down the stereotypes that you may have about people coming from those war-zone countries, right? So even when you have someone at a very disadvantaged situation, if you look into it, you still see benefits and costs. It's not all costs only.